Hi everybody, it's Miss Emily from Center Stage, and I'm here with a tutorial for you for recital and performance makeup for girls age 8 and under. If your daughter is 8 and under and she's in Seedlings or Palms 1 class, this makeup is totally optional and you can just do a clean face for both pictures and recital if that's what you prefer. If your daughter is enrolled in any other class at Center Stage, this makeup will be required for both picture day, dress rehearsal, and both recitals. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to want to start by making sure your daughter's face is fresh and clean. So make sure you wash your face, make sure there's no marker, pen, etc. anywhere visible, and then you're ready to go. The best way to prep for makeup is to apply either moisturizer or primer to your face to get started. So you can either use a regular daily moisturizer, whatever one you have at home is fine. Or if you prefer, you can use a makeup primer. This is what I prefer to use because it's designed to make makeup stick on and to smooth out the face to make sure it applies really nicely. My favorite inexpensive primer is the NYX Angel Veil. And you can find this one at Target or Ulta for between $10 and $15 depending on if there's a sale. I already applied this earlier, so all that you have to do with a makeup primer is apply a pea-sized amount to your hand. Rub it together until it gets nice and warmed up, and then rub it into your face just like you would a moisturizer. Now a primer does need time to dry, usually about 1 to 2 minutes. So while my primer is drying, I'm going to go ahead and tell you about the skin tone categories that I've created that will help you know what color of blush and lipstick to choose later on in the video. So skin tone type number 1 is going to be fair light. So if your daughter is similar in coloring to celebrities such as Anne Hathaway, Amanda Seyfried, or Emma Stone, this is the category you're going to want to go with. Skin tone number 2 is light medium. So if your daughter is similar in coloring to Jessica Alba, Kim Kardashian, or Blake Lively, you're going to want to go with number 2. In the summer, I'm a number 2 for reference, so that's what I'm going to be using today. Skin tone number 3 is medium. So if your daughter is similar in coloring to Halle Berry, Tyra Banks, or Rihanna, you're going to want to go with number 3. And skin tone number 4 is medium deep. So if your daughter is similar to Jennifer Hudson, Lupita Nyong'o, or Brandy Norwood, you're going to want to go with number 4. So now that we've got that established, we're ready to get started on the actual makeup part of this tutorial. So for girls 8 and under, I don't like to do any heavy coverage because they don't really need it. We just need something to make sure the face doesn't get shiny from sweating in the hot lights on the stage, and to just even everything out and get ready for the other makeup that we're going to be applying. So what I like to use is a translucent powder. This is Coty Airspun in the color Translucent Extra Coverage. You can find this at Walmart and Walgreens. At both places it's about $5. You get a ton. I've had this for probably 6 months and I'm nowhere near running out. And it's just a great powder to set foundation for yourself, and it's also a great powder to use for recital on your daughter, so double use there. So to put this on, I'm just going to shake enough to cover my face into the cap, so about that much or a little bit less will be fine. Then I'm going to take a powder brush. This is from Mary Kay, but you can use any one that you have. Swirl it around in there, tap off the excess, and then I'll do one piece of my face at a time, starting by pressing the powder into my skin, and then swirling to smooth it out. So you'll just do this all over your face, or your daughter's face rather, until you've got everything covered. And this Coty powder will work fine for all skin tones because it is completely translucent once you buff it out. But it does also come in colors. If you would prefer to get a powder that is actually the color of your daughter's skin tone, you can check that out too. And make sure we get the eyelids to get a nice space up there. So as you can see, I didn't give myself any super heavy coverage. I'm not cakey. I just got rid of the shine and got my face ready for the other makeup that we're going to be applying. So the second and arguably for this age most important step is blush. We want to make sure that your daughter's face doesn't get washed out by the harsh stage lights, and so applying a pretty heavy layer of blush will help out with this. My favorite inexpensive blush is the Milani Baked Powder Blush. You can find this at Walgreens, Walmart, Target. Walmart usually has the best prices on it. I believe I only paid $5 for this. It'll last you forever. It's a great blush. So my color suggestions for this, if you are considering your daughter in skin tone level 1, I would suggest the color Dolce Pink. For level 2, I would suggest this color here, which is Luminoso. For skin tone 3, I would suggest the color Rose d'Oro. And for number 4, I would suggest Coralina. But you can go and look at all the colors they have and decide which one you like best. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swirl my blush pretty hard in here because we are doing this for this stage. And then I'm going to apply it to the apple of my cheek first, stippling just like we did with the other powder. And then run it back up towards the temple. And then just go back and forth until I've got a pretty nice heavy layer of that on. I'll go ahead and do that on the other side too. So obviously, this is way heavier than you would want to wear blush normally, but for recital or other performances, this is a pretty perfect amount. Very nice and noticeable. So, for our next step is to define our eyes. I'm going to give you 2 options to do this. My favorite way for this age group is to use mascara. My favorite inexpensive mascara for this purpose is Maybelline Lash Sensational, because it actually curls the eyelashes up while putting the mascara on, which gives a more like a false lashes effect. But if you're really uncomfortable with mascara, I'm going to start by using my right eye to show you what I would do with eyeshadow instead to help the eye still be defined from the distance of the stage. So for this I'm going to be using my Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. Obviously you don't need this exact palette, just whatever eyeshadows you have that are similar in color to this, that's what I would do. So if you consider your daughter in skin tone 1 or 2, you would need an eyeshadow that's a cream and a medium brown for this. If you consider your daughter to be more in the skin tone 3 or 4 range, you're going to need a medium brown also, and then a nice deep chocolate brown. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on my eye. Starting with the cream, I'm just going to go in and just do a light wash of this cream color all over my entire eyelid, all the way up to the eyebrow, into the corner, just making sure that everything is covered with a nice light layer of that. And then I'm going to go in with a crease blending brush. You can find this exact brush from e.l.f. at Target. It's only $1, and it will be very beneficial to you for doing this and make this a lot easier. So now I'm going to go into that medium brown color that I showed earlier. Swirl my brush around in there a little bit, and then I'm going to go to the crease of my eye and just apply it directly into there. And as you can see, this is just giving my eye some definition so that if stage lights were shining on me, you could still tell that I have eyes. That's the entire purpose of this. And then you're going to run a little bit of that medium brown underneath the eye as well. So as you can see the difference, this eye is just a lot more defined. It's nothing heavy or crazy. Just a nice bit of definition. And like I said, for skin tone 3 and 4, you can do this exact same look, except for that I would use the medium brown as my all over lid color, and then use the deep chocolate in the crease and underneath to define. If you would prefer the mascara method, then all you have to do is simply add 2 coats of mascara onto the eyelashes. I already have 1 coat on from earlier today. I'm just going to run through and make sure you hit the bottom lashes too. And it's okay if you're looking a little clumpy or spidery because this is for the stage, and the main point is just to get some definition. My last step is going to be to apply lip gloss or lipstick. For 8 and under, most people I would just suggest to do a nice sheer, slightly pink lip gloss, and you'll be totally fine with either this eye look or this eye look, some blush, and that. You'll be ready to go for recital. But if your daughter does prefer lipstick, I would go with the Maybelline Creamy Matte Lipstick. It's great for performance purposes because, I mean, you could eat an entire meal, it won't smudge off, it's not going to bleed all over her face, it'll stay put and stay looking nice the entire night. So if you do want to go the lipstick route, my color suggestions are this. So for skin tone 1, I would either go with Daringly Nude or Blushing Pout. For skin tone 2, I would go with Clay Crush or Blushing Pout. For skin tone 3, I would go with Touch of Spice or Lust for Blush. And for skin tone 4, I would go with Touch of Spice or Burgundy Blush. But like I said, just a touch of lip gloss will definitely do the trick. So I'm glad that you took the time to watch this. If you have any more questions, feel free to email me or call me about it, but hopefully this gave you everything that you need in order to successfully do recital makeup this year. Thanks for watching.